Hi everyone, welcome to our intuitive business reading. So great to have you guys here on today. And as you're tuning in, as you're coming in, say hello where you may be tuning in from. And we'll get you guys questions or messages coming up. And I'm just give me a moment here. Let me pull up this my other page real quick. So, all right, guys. So, as you're coming in, say hello where you may be tuning in from. Good to see you guys here. I know I was out for in Hawaii for a week, so we didn't do that last time. And I know we have folks that comes into our community every week, actually every day, but also I'm doing this every week in the, especially in the six-figure Facebook group, six-figure coach and healer. And as you guys coming in, yeah, let me know how things have been. I know we just had a full moon and some soul clicks going on, so there's a lot of energies that's coming up for us, and it's for us to move through, for us to break free from. Again, it's not to hold you back, and just remember that. Okay, let me. Okay, awesome. So make sure you guys can see you guys' comments. Okay, so again, so say hello. And first, what I'll do is introduce myself, just in case you're first time here with me. My name is Jenny, and I am intuitive business coach and master healer. And together with my husband, we specialize in helping coaches and healers to launch and to scale their business to six figures, do what they love with more income, impact, and freedom. Okay, so one of the things we do here is to give you guys guidance and encouragement, inspiration. So it's kind of tuning in to see what messages coming through or guidance that comes through, what I can pick up from as we're tuned to you guys. Okay, so what I would do first is to do the reading for the group reading for everyone, and then we can look into what questions you guys have. So if you have any questions about, if you just want a general reading, you can type in yes reading. If you want. If you want more specific look into the questions you have, then you can type in specific question. In this space, this short period of time, we can tune in to see what information, what guidance we can share with you to help you move forward where you're at. Okay. All right. So very good. All right, so actually I feel guided to, I have three decks here, and we're going to just pick one from each deck, and then we're gonna tune in. And I like to look at the messages together with you guys, and what I like to do is usually just kind of tune in first to see what message is coming in, and then we will then we'll look at the cards together. Okay. All right. So very good. So happy good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. I know we have folks all over the world tuning in. So all right, so first let me just tune in to see what message coming in for you guys, and whether you watch this now live on replay, just tune in. If you may have heard it before, again, are you getting at the deeper, are you getting the next level? And are you embodying that? And are you vibrating this energy? Does it make sense? So sometimes getting is one level, but then are you actually implementing actions and living your life and growing your business from this place? All right. So let me just tune in. Yeah. So the first message is coming through is a very important to trust, very important to keep trusting and keep going after your dreams. That's what's coming. Trust and keep following your heart and go after your dreams. No matter what may look like in your family life, in your business life or business arena, or in the economy. Okay. It's very important that you keep following that breadcrumb and continuing to, what is it that brings me joy, right? What is that makes me happy? The engage. Okay, so when you're happy and joyful and engaged, then no matter what it is that you're doing, okay, you can be successful. Okay, and that comes to the second piece is believe in yourself. Very important to believe in yourself. Keep believing in yourself and letting go of the limitations that you have set up in yourself. When you feel like you're limited, when you feel like you cannot do anything more, or that there's no other possibilities, that's just your mind saying, "Oh, from what I know, my education, the experience, or whatever in the past, or where I'm at right now, I can't see what else is possible." But that, again, you are limited, right? But when you give it over to God's source, you give it over to the universe, then you starting to surrender your expectation, your outcome. Then you can start to see there's so many opportunities is there, so many things that you're not even at a place to comprehend or get. Okay, is that making sense, guys? And if it's, let me know how is that landing for you so far. Okay, how is that landing for you so far? Okay, and the second piece is coming in here, very, very important. And I know sometimes it's easy said than done, but it's important to keep coming back from this place of showing up to serve. And even you just have helped one client or one person that show up for your live stream, knowing that that is enough. Okay, you show up, you've done your part. Okay, I'm giving some deep resonance in this because sometimes what happens is that sometimes spirit source want us to go through this experience so that we can move through the belief that we have, right? For example, if you only, you launch a program and only one person, you sign up one person, or you do Facebook Live, only one person show up, right? Then we start to you go down, just basically the perspective of how you want to look at it. It's a positive, negative. Most of us, and include myself in the past, have gone through, okay, well, maybe I'm not doing something right, something's wrong with me, or I'm not good enough, or all kinds of stories, right? We have towards that. Okay. Or you can come from the other side and say, you know what? I did my part. Okay. And God's source, now you do your part. There's only one person right now I'm helping, let's say on a live, but then maybe there will be more people watching in a replay, okay? Or, I'm helping this one person right now. I'm giving this client, the best experience, the VIP, most valuable client kind of thing experience. And from then I know I'm going to transform that freaking life. And then, and who knows what will happen after that. Who knows that one client that you show up to help, know 10, 20 more people that can send towards your way. But if you were coming from this place, oh, I don't know, this one person, she's only paid X amount of money, I need more, that kind of thing. And then you show from this place of lack and scarcity and not serving this one person, okay? So you can see the shift in your perspective and just knowing that one person that you help, that then become two, then become three, then become four, and it doesn't become overwhelming. Because sometimes we have these big dreams and visions. Many of you guys are visionaries, including myself. It's like we have a vision of helping thousands of people, 1 million people, right? Oh my gosh, it can seem overwhelming. But if you can just take one step at a time, take one step at a time. So I feel that's what channeling in to share with you. So is that making sense? Is that resonating with you? And if you are watching this now, let me know. And if you're watching replay, you can also share that too. Okay, so the 3 cards here. Okay, so the first card, this is for the group reading. So if you're just tuning in, we are doing 2 business readings. So if you have a business question, you can type in a specific question. I'll tune in, see what information channel through, and then God source, you always use our skill sets, right, as a business coach and also as a healer and a medium, a psychic medium, to kind of what information coming to share with you. And then also, or you just want a general reading to see what messages come in for today. It can change almost each time because depending on where you are, right? And sometimes you wonder why I'm giving more information around the energy or around the mindset, because if I share anything about strategies, you're like, shoot, I cannot even take anything in right now. Okay. So sometimes, you show up a different day and then now you're in a space, okay, now I'm ready, now I'm receiving. Then perhaps the business side of things can come in, the strategy side, right? So, that's, again, every part is different. You can ask the same question. The information coming through is is see what tune in as I'm being with you. Okay. All right. So this is just a general read for everyone. And then you have a specific question, you can type in the chat. Okay. So, and I'll take as many as I can. The first one is a friendship. Okay, so friendship, and this is to remind you of, again, the best relationship or the best thing you can do for anything in your life, in your business, for your family, your kids, your partner, romantic relationship, whatever, is to have the best relationship with yourself. Okay, and what does that mean? Is that you don't beat yourself up. You have love and compassion for you. So just I'm feeling that we want me to remind each and every one of us to be kind to ourselves, right? To be our best friend. If you have a really good friend, what would that person say, right? How would they talk to you about it? You're going to inspire you. It's almost like they're there for you, kind of thing. If that's a true friend, right? They're not going to talk you down, or you can't do that, or who you think you are, and you're not good enough for this, you're not meant for this, right? No, that's not your true friend. So if you were to be your best friend, right, then will you tell yourself those things, right? No. Okay, if you did, I'm guilty of that at times, right, in the past especially, but now you know, right? You need to be, spirit source are reminding us to be our best friend. And what a best friend do is that if you have anything good to say, we say. We don't have anything good to say, we don't say it. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so that's what's coming through. And this next, again, guys, good to see you, Angie. And we'll come to your questions. So if you have any question, you can type it there and we'll come back. So this is a group reading for everyone, okay? And the second card here is change in direction, okay? Change direction. So just kind of tune in, right? As you listen to this now on replay, tuning into this, and what does that mean for you? What does that mean for you, okay? And again, that friendship card could mean a lot of things for many people. It's just right now I'm tuning in. That's what the message is coming in. So let me see what coming in through about this, okay? Just change the direction is, I'm sensing more of be open to opportunities and be open to pivoting. Okay, you may be doing the same thing. You're helping people coaching, you're helping people healing, but perhaps the different angle you're coming in from. Does it make sense? So it may not be a complete pivot. Okay, I feel it's not like most of you, it's not a complete pivot, but just be open to possibilities, be open to different ways of doing the things that you love and making money, and utilizing your skill sets as a healer, as a coach, but it could be from a different angle. Okay, so that's what I'm sensing for the change in direction. All right, is that making sense for you? Okay. And the businesses that survive are the ones that pivot, okay, or change with the change in the world, right? I'm just being reminded to share, this analogy of, from the kingdom come, right, from the beginning, especially watch old movies, right? There's always businesses, right? But there's different kinds of businesses perhaps, and how we do businesses may be different, but there's businesses, right? The marketing may be different because of different time, and different platforms, right? I'm not that old, but I remember that the times we didn't have internet, right? We do different ways of marketing. Does it make sense? So it's just a matter of going with what's working right now. Okay, so that's what first thing comes through. And the third card here is discernment. Okay, this is a group reading. So, and again, as you're tuning into this and see what does that mean for you, and as I'm tuning to you guys as collective here and watching this now or on a replay, it's important to discern, right? To discern what is your limitation. This is what I'm tuning in. This discernment can mean different things at different time, right? But I'm tuning in today. The message feel like coming through is be discernment. What is your limitation? What is the where the ego, where you identify with the ego? I like the definition of ego, right? Where you edge God out, okay? Where you edge God out. So we have come to a place of feeling like this is who we are, the limitations we have, the challenges we have right now. And I feel like Spirit Source want me to share with you guys, it's important that you discern what is true and what is not true, right? So where do you feel limited, okay? Where you have, because God's source, the universe is unlimited, right? Unlimited. And it's unconditional love and unlimited in possibility. So wherever you have limit yourself, then that's where you identify with your limitations, hence the ego, right? Where you edge God out, the possibilities. And so it's just for you to discern that, for you to see that, recognize that perhaps in the past you have gone down the rabbit hole, for sometimes days and months or years or whatever. Now you can start to see it. Now you can start to see, okay, that's my limitation. Okay, that's what of the past, and what from my past experiences, what I know and what I know up to this point. But that's only can get me so far. I think I mentioned earlier regarding the box we put ourselves in. So now we know that anything is possible. There's unlimited abundance, right? You can't help but see the news, right? You guys hear this news. Who've heard in the U.S. there's I believe it's a Powerball that have I think it was 1.9, but it went to 2 point something billion. I'm talking about the billion word, okay? It's too much for my brain to even comprehend, for most people to comprehend. So that's money. So even over 2 or 3 days, a weekend, it went from, I think it was from Friday, and then on Monday it went to from 1.9 billion to 2 point something billion. Okay, that's many millions of dollars that people put into the lottery, for example. And that's just one example. That so I sense it's like we just have need to open our mind and our perspective, our energy, and knowing that there's money in abundance. There is enough for everyone, and it's more than enough for each and every one of us. Okay, the question here is, are you as a vibration energy, and even the possibility, believing that it's possible for you to make money, it's possible for you to be a six-figure coach and healer, because that's what's gonna, whatever you believe is gonna be true. Just like I believe the famous Henry Ford quote, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Okay, so again, the first, I was listening to one of the YouTube interview of Myron Golden, yeah, Myron Golden, and he says that he's a guy that makes $3 million, guys, $3 million a month. Okay, I'm going to say it again, $3 million a month. Can you believe that, right? And so most people make $3 million a whole entire lifetime, right? Really take that in, right? If they get lucky, right? If they're lucky in a way, $3 million the whole entire lifetime, if they make close to 8 or 10K, for example, if that's my math. Okay. So, and this guy, he's happened to be African American too, which is amazing, right? So that may also mean that you don't have to be born with a silver spoon on your a gold or silver spoon in your mouth. Okay, you can, it's possible for you, maybe not at that level, but at the level that you can handle. So imagine $3 million he makes in a month. Okay, and most of us, if we get lucky, okay, if we have a good job or whatever, then we may make $3 million our entire lifetime of 40 plus years of working. Okay, so again, I feel like Spirit Source wanted me to share these stories and the experiences that I've been kind of tuning into a little bit more for each and every one of us, whether you watch us now or later, is to start to think of, start to connect with the infinite possibilities. Okay, so what is possible out there that you don't even know? So just allow yourself to get out your limitations. So when you start to think of, oh, I don't know where my clients are, I'm not making as much money in my business right now, or whatever. Okay. But and start to see, you know what? Things can change for me, can change quickly, right? Because, time and distance, it doesn't have to be, again, you guys most of you guys are familiar with energy healing, and you guys are healers and you do energy work, that kind of thing. There's no time and distance, right? Because you're able to do remote healing, distance healing. So again, that can be possible for you. Even you struggled before, it doesn't have to take long to change, right? And so it's also coming to a place where you can do this for yourself and have the guidance and support to guide you in the mindset, in the emotional state, and also in the right working strategy, so that you can give yourself and your business the best chance of success. And that's, is that making sense, guys? Okay. So anyway, that's what's just flowing through to share. And I know it's a little long-winded, but I trust it's value for those that's listening here now. And again, if you may have heard that before, or you do that before, and you're teaching to your clients, and are you really getting this at this next level? For me, it's not a matter of saying, oh, I heard that before, but it's more and more I became wiser. And thank you for that reminder. And thank you. I'm getting this at a deeper level. Okay. So is that resonating with you? Let me know. Give me some hearts, some lights, some love, those kind of things. All right. So again, if you just tuning in, wherever you may be tuning in this from, if you have a specific question about your your business, you can type in specific questions, see what information tune in to share with you. And but like, because a lot of times what happens, you may know the answer, or sometimes you may be going way off course, and sometimes we just need some extra confirmations or some guidance to steer us the right direction. And this doesn't mean that you don't know this information. It's sometimes we just need extra confirmation. Sometimes we don't know everything, right? And it's okay, because that's why we have different people have different skill sets. All right. So let's see to where are we going here. Yeah, good to see you guys here. Good to see you, Jennifer. I love all the comments that's coming through, and happy Wednesday to you too. I think I got a question here from Angie. She says, oh, and Angie says, definitely resonates. You're welcome. So sometimes I feel like a little winded, but I feel spirits want me to share this information with you guys. Okay. So thank you for that confirmation. So Angie says, lovely to see you. Yeah, good to see you too, my dear. The question is the timing right to introduce my business to international market? Okay. All right. So let me just tune in. Yeah, and as I'm tuning in, Angie, also tuning in for yourself. Okay, first of all, take some deep breath, connect to the heart. Okay, because I know you're very intelligent, but sometimes we get in our own way, thinking a lot. I know I do at times. So just connect to the heart space. That's it. Just take some deep breath, and again, it's easier now that we hold this space for you to drop into the heart. Okay, and take some couple of deep breaths. Okay, because I also would like for you to tune in this space. Okay, and get that known for yourself too. There we go. That's it. Since you are here now, okay, and notice the difference. Notice perhaps there's more space, more calmer, more in your heart, or grounded, whatever that may be for you. You can share if you want. Okay. This is one of my gifts. I get people back in the heart, because it sounds simple, but sometimes when we have a lot of things going on, it's really difficult. So, but from this place, you get in your knowing, and you receive information so much more easily. Okay. So let me just tune in again. Okay, very good. All right. So what I'm getting, you can ask your question, see what you get. Okay. But what I'm getting for you when you ask that question, even before we did this little process, I got a yes. Okay. And then I'm tuning in a little more for you is I got an absolute yes. Okay. And the reason for that is it's always, it's always good to move towards what is that you want to accomplish, right? The sooner you do it, the better. Okay. There's no perhaps right time per se, in the sense of like, if you think you are you have to wait until everything the ducks line up, everything's ready and everything like that, then we will be waiting for a long time. Believe one of the LinkedIn, I forgot his name, founder, says, if you something to this paraphrasing, if you when you launch a product and you have no bugs in it, then that means you launch it too late. Okay. And doesn't mean that you can, and also what's coming through, I feel spirit want me to also guide you in this, is that once you put the work out there, and this applies to everyone. Okay. Whether you want to do something, launch, change and switch a niche, or put a program, things, whatever that is that you're doing. But specifically for Angie, is this a good time to introduce the business, the international market, right? Her business international market. And the reason for that is once you start putting it out, you get feedback, right? You start out, you get more feedback, and you learn to tweak your process, you learn to tweak your scripts and how you approach people, how you show up for marketing, your messaging, and all these things, right? So it's not like, okay, I'm going to launch this and everything's going to be perfect kind of thing. Let go of the expectations, right? Because that's not how it happens. It's actually over years. The success we see in people is over the years of perfecting. Okay. And even this analogy of like even Clubhouse, for example, the founder, co-founder of Clubhouse, for example, they went through so many jobs and platforms they were trying to launch that did not work out, and then the family got all the skill sets and they put that in there together, but keep believing their vision, because there are times when people say, like, you may just well quit and get a job instead of doing this entrepreneur work, right? But they believe in their vision, and then they launch Clubhouse, right? And then with Clubhouse, that they're still new and it's some rocky moments, those kind of things. So anyway, what's coming through, I sense the essence of this is showing you guys and giving examples to show you that there's no perfect right timing. If you wait until you're ready, then you'll never be ready. And sometimes it's too late, right? Not too late in that way, but you launch it too late in that sense of LinkedIn founder. And also, as you're putting your work out there and you looking into it, and then you can fine tune and tweak and get better and better and better, right? Most people are not gonna, in any business that I know of, it's very rare that you knock it, you knock it off the home run. It's almost impossible, but I won't say impossible, right? Maybe some, something out there that's possible, but even the famous Babe Ruth, right? I'm not too much into baseball or sports, but you can't help it but know about Babe Ruth, right? He was one of the legend that he had I believe one of the most, you correct me, I'm wrong, one of the most home runs hit. But does he hit home run every single time? No, right? We think that he hits home run every single game, every single time, right? But the average of it is more, and he has the most likelihood to have those home runs because he practiced and practiced I don't know the number he missed, but it could be in the thousands, right? He hit. Right. So the people, when the more you do this, the more you get better. And then you get that bigger clients, right? The bigger deal, the bigger opportunity, because guess what? Because you are ready for it. Because there's another thing too. God stores cannot give anything that you cannot handle. So whatever you got right now, you can handle that. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Whew. I know I went off a little bit of I wouldn't say that's what's channeled through to share with you. And I feel it's also helping everyone too. Okay. I didn't pick a card for you yet, did I? Okay, let's do that. All righty. So, okay. The card for you that's coming through, my dear, is actually the two card. The first one is, I'll put it right here, down here. I also feel it's both. Okay. So first is Cupid. That's the first card I got for you. I sense, coming back to loving yourself. Okay. Loving yourself no matter what happens, know that you're worthy and you're loved, no matter what happens in your business, what decision you make, you can't make the wrong decision. Okay. So that's coming through. And again, Cupid can mean different things for different people, but that's what I'm tuning in for you, Angie, in this moment. And then also to remind you to cleanse and detox. Okay. Again, working through the energies wherever you, especially right now, guys, we have a full moon. And yesterday I was so bright. I mean, so beautiful. I can see the glow of it. Like, it's like, I don't know. I love looking at the sun, the moon and the sun. And of course the sun, that one's really bright, sunset, sunrise kind of thing. But anyway, I can see the rainbow opalescent colors that comes out the sun and the moon. So just so powerful, right? In this sense of illuminating, shine the light into our life and our business, what's working, what's not working. So when the things you get triggered of, right? And especially around this time, the full moon, now I believe there's a summer eclipse going on, and also the 11/11 portal coming up in about 2 days. So a lot going on. So it's helping you, bring you to the next level. And in order to do that, what's not serving you, what's not supporting you, it needs to come up, right? It needs to come up. So in that sense, you can feel frustrated, you can feel pissed off, you can feel angry, you can feel sad or mad, whatever, and it's okay. So breathing into that and moving that through, and get the help and support you need. And that's one of the things that we I also do the business success membership, so that I give people more an affordable way to work with me to help them shift their mindset, shift their energies, so that they can come to this place of believing themselves, trusting themselves, and it's less than a cup of coffee a day. Okay, so imagine, what would be possible in your business, what other opportunities can come in for you, how much more money you can make, and how you show in your personal life. Because when your cup is full and overflowing, okay, of gratitude and possibilities, and knowing that things will work out for you, knowing that you are good enough, that you're deserving of money and abundance and support and clients and all those things. Imagine what can change and shift in your life. Okay, so this doesn't make sense coming from that space. Okay. If you're interested in that, let me see if I can put the link down there for you guys. But it's at purpose2profitscoaching.com/membership. Okay. Let's see. Is that making sense for you, Angie? Let me know if it is, right? And I know I shared that. I feel it's not just for Angie. And if it makes sense for you, let me know too. Okay. Let me okay, here we go. So if you're interested in that. And also while we're at this, before I forget is I want to share with you guys, if you haven't got my ebook, if you a healer or a coach and looking to feel you one-on-one or group coaching and not be the best kept secret, and grab my free ebook, and how to quantum lead your business to 6 figures plus doing what you love. And in there, we help you fine tune your niche, your messaging. There's templates that show you the guide step by step to do that, and all those things, and marketing and all those stuff that you need for your business. If that's that, I'll put it here. Okay. Actually, I'll put it here for you guys. And so I know we have some folks that just come in, so welcome. And also, like, what if you, I think we may be able to get one or two more. So if you like a reading, type in your question. You just want a general reading, type in yes reading, see what message is coming in for you. If you have a specific question like Angie have, then you can type in specific questions, see what's where we can guide you. Okay. All righty. So Oh, Angie says, thank you so much, Jan. Deeply resonates. Oh, you're welcome, my dear. So happy for you, right? And oh, yeah. So, and she said, is answer my own question. My question is, I am ready. See, there it goes. Perfect. Like I said, it's just beautiful. Thank you so much for that beautiful comment, because like I said, a lot of times we know already, but we just need extra confirmation, almost extra cheese, okay, on your pizza. So you know this, and it's just a confirmation, and just bring you back to the heart for you to bring that out in you. And again, you got this, okay? So good job. And Sheming says, hi, good morning, Jenny. I would love a general reading. If you have time, I think we can do it. So let's see what comes in to share with you, my dear. Okay. Again, the fairies coming want to play with you. Oh, I have a jumper. Okay. Let me grab that. So what's coming through is that as I'm tuning into you, my dear Sheming, is trust. Okay, it's important for you to trust. Okay, and also this this card coming in to look in a book. Okay, let me tune in to see what this may. And again, you tune in too to see what this means for you. But let me see what I'm getting. Anything else that comes in for you? Yeah, so I'm just sensing there's this, this information already, right? And there's something like maybe there's some books you read that's in the past that's resonating with you. Perhaps tune in to pick that book up, or is what is the other piece? Yeah, and it's almost like confirming. It's almost you know this already. It's just almost confirming. Okay, so that's what I'm getting a sense for you is that perhaps you'd be interested in some of the things maybe in the past, or something you've been interested in. You don't understand why you're gobbling. You're like, oh my God, I'm like so passionate about these things, right? That it's kind of confirming that's also an area of something you can dive in, or sometimes it could be something you can also look into. It doesn't mean that you have to do that as your career or your business per se, but sometimes it is like, for example, for me, for a while, maybe they want me to share this example, right? So I do coaching, and recently, the last 2 years, especially the last 6 to 8 months, I'm so almost like not addicted, but so passionate into real estates. Okay. And at one point I was questioning myself, like, what in the world? Like, what's going on? I'm more passionate about this some days, right? And it's like confirming that, hey, I need to look into the real estate, look into opportunities and where can I have more passive income. Okay. So I'm learning that I'm still focusing on my coaching and in healing business, but also looking into the real estate side of investment to have more passive income. Does that make sense? So sometimes that's what the stories come in to share with you. I trust somehow that's resonate with you. Maybe it's clearing some things up for you, my dear. Okay. Let me know how that is. Again, it may not get the answer right now, but as you're tuning in more, and maybe perhaps it can make it clear for you too. Okay. Awesome. All righty. And okay, we may have time for maybe one more. Thank you for the love, guys. Thank you for the love and the hearts. Okay. Thank you for you guys' comments. And Charmaine says, I get it. Oh, hallelujah, kind of thing, right? Amazing. Okay. Because sometimes I just get this nudge and just share some of these stories. It just actually just flow through, right? It just I don't like actively looking what story to share. It's just like, okay, this it just kind of flow into my consciousness and it just come in to share with you. So I'm so happy that it resonates with you and that you get this. Okay. And I know that there's information that's already coming through and we get this. Sometimes we just doubt ourselves, right? And at times, that's why I also have business coaches and sometimes 2, 3 business coaches in 1 year, and continue to invest in myself, right? Continue to invest in myself because as I'm up loving myself, I'm loving other. And I just recently got into real estate and I'm gotten like, let's see, we bought a couple programs and into 2 live one-on-one mentoring. Right? I mean, one group and one-on-one mentoring. So you can see like it's like we need help and guidance. Work with people who can help you take you where you want to be. Okay, please don't do this by yourself. Okay, and we're talking about like even in your coaching healing business. Okay, all right. So where we at? Thank you, guys. Okay, so I think Sheep is saying, how are you, Jenny? And I'm doing great. Thank you, my dear. And I would love to have a pool for my business. All right, let's see what comes through. I feel like a unicorn when I come and play with you, my dear. Whew, let me see what message is coming in to share with you, and then we'll pick a card. What else? So I'm getting information about trust for you, important to see about to trust, okay, and also to marketing. Okay, so let me see what anything more information coming in from that. So 2 areas that coming through regarding marketing. It's important to keep doing it, right? Keep doing it. We need. Sometimes it feels like we are saying the same freaking thing. It's like a broken record, and we sometimes get tired of saying that, right? But we need to keep doing that, right? Because how and continue to get in front of your ideal audience. The key is your ideal audience. You can get in front of audience, but get in front of more your ideal audience. That's the key. That's where you should focus a lot more your time and energy in marketing, right? And also get in front of your ideal audience. How can you support them? How can you show up for service? Okay, how can you support them? And then from that place, then not like funneling. I don't like, I can't think of a better word, but funneling the people that's ready now for your services. And maybe we also speak in from a place of tangible outcome, right? Now, not the processes, not how, how long they work with you, how often they meet with you, that kind of thing, but more of what is the payoff or what's the end results. Imagine what their life would change or how the business will change, whatever that may be in where your focus is, will change if they were to work with you, how much money they make, how much money they save, and the cost of inactions. Not also speaking the place of cost of return on investment, right? ROI, but also a lot of times we forget, include myself, to help people compare the difference of cost of inaction, okay, the cost of inaction, COI. And Myron Golden, I was listening to his talk recently, and he's come up to share, is that he says he showed people the cost of inaction first, then he shared the cost of the return on investment. Because if let's say, because whatever you're selling or supporting in, whether it's your one-on-one or group coaching, whatever that may be, they need to see there's at least 10 times more of the cost of not working with you versus working with you, for example. This goes to everyone too, okay? Okay, does it make sense? So sometimes you can give stories or analogies, that kind of thing, through your own experiences, through your clients' experiences, or that may be, right? For example, one of my clients, sometimes we need coaching around this, right? And I'm going to have some throat clearing energy. So it's coming through. I don't know, Sheba, are you feeling this, right? Speaking honest truth, or sometimes you feel like, or anyone else watching this, you feel you're clearing your throat, then know that it's the energies coming up to remind you to keep speaking your truth and the boat, okay? Rocking the boat. Because most of our clients, for me, I'm different. I want something, I chase after that, okay? For the most part, or I sometimes even go after my mentor. Okay, recently I invested in a real estate mentor, and I said, and somehow there was a mix-up in them contacting me and said, hey, I have an appointment, but I didn't hear from you. Okay, well, let me book another call and make sure, I'm basically chasing after the coach, okay, which most people don't do. Okay, most of our clients don't do that. Okay, so we have to connect the dots for them, and a lot of times they don't see the connection. They have this problem, but they know they need help, but they don't say, oh, wait until I have the money, my kids are grown up, or whatever. Having for the objections I get from my clients is that, oh, wait until I get a client, then I have the money, then I invest in you, Jenny or Dan, and then, or any other coach out there, right, for business coaching, and then I'll make the money, right? It usually doesn't work that way. You get the help, right? The universe is leading you to the breadcrumb to get the help, right? And then you get the help, you come into alignment, you shift your mindset, you heal the trauma, the beliefs, and get the strategies you need. Then you make the money, okay? Or it happens as you say yes to it. How often you clients have this experience? I don't know, you guys have this experience. When you say yes to something, then your clients say yes to something, magically happen, right? Because now they're listening, now they're in alignment, now they can really, I feel like the information channeled through. I feel like I'm saying this in this way. So sometimes if you think of that, sometimes our clients think like that. First of all, we need to shift that in our perspective, in our energy, right? And then it also shift that in our clients. I don't know who needs to hear that, but that's coming through. And then, so going back to Sheba is make sure you connect the dots for them. Give examples. I was going to example one of my clients. She helps empaths with anxiety. Okay. So anxiety is a big thing, including social anxiety. And a lot of times, oh, you have this problem. Oh, I just deal with it. It will go away. And, after a few hours or a day, that kind of thing, I can manage it. But sometimes they forget, if this continue on, like having panic attack, anxiety every freaking day going to work, right? How many days have they been called off work already, right? And how much money they make a year right now? Let's say they make 100K. And let's say in a year, they call off a total, let's say cumulative of 30 days, for example, maybe a month worth of, for example, of not going to work, right? If they make 100K, around, I think it's around, my math is not the greatest, but just at least 10K a month, right? That year not working, 10K minimum. And not talking about the health implications they have in the body, right? If you anxiety, that means your body is almost like this a fight or flight place, and you're stressed, and that doesn't number your heart and other areas of your life. You're gaining weight, or you're having high blood pressure, and you may have other, heart attack or whatever, right? I'm not saying, but studies have shown that stress is the one cause for a heart attack, right? For example. And then as we go into that too, I'm not going to say everything at one time, but just give you guys an example, okay, how to get the cause of inaction for our clients. And the other piece that's coming through is what if they're one day, like, they miss so many days in work, right? Because you call off a day here, and then 2 days there, and a week here, because you feel so anxious you can't even function. Again, this is, if you guys just tune in, I'm giving an example of one of my clients, how to bring this cause of inaction and bring this into those when we create content and everything that we do. Okay, is we have to see that, right? Because our clients will say, oh, I'm manager, I only call a few times, 10K a month, 10K out a year, I make 100K. That's not too much, right? But then they don't think about, what if your employer fire you? okay, let you go. Or what if you need to take a medical leave, right, to take care of some things? Or they say, well, you have so many days off right now, you don't have any more. Now you need to get a medical leave. Then, then what does that mean? Like a medical leave, you get that, you if you don't work, you don't make money kind of thing. You use up all your paid time off or whatever, you get those. I mean, as a nurse midwife, I only got 2 weeks. Okay, that's it. And then also, it's not guaranteed that you get your job back when you're done with it, right? Because, again, companies have to think what's best for them. They have to feel the people that are hire that person. They are technically, they say they can't what you call, discriminate you from it, but they find a different way to let it go. Okay, so one of my clients, he's a coach but also worked in HR in the past, he says, if they tell you, oh, you get your job back after 6 months or a year of medical leave, or 3 months, whatever that is, for the most people, they don't get the job back. Okay, so, and she works in HR. So and again, this person make 100K, the livelihood, maybe they're the main breadwinner, whatever. And now they don't have a job, right? And if you don't address this anxiety or panic attack or whatever, then how will their life be in 3 months? How their life will be in 6 months? Or how their life be in a year, 2 year, 5 years, whatever, right? Same thing, you guys' business, right? What's the potential income you can make in potential income you can make in a year? Some of you could be 10K months. Let's say 6-figure, for example. Some of you use 5K months, that's 50K or whatever, right? And if you're not making money, month after month after month, right? Then how much, the cost of inaction, or the money you leave on the table, for example, and how long can you do this for? Okay. Some of you guys, maybe your partner, or giving this ultimatum, honey, if you don't make money in the next, 3 months or whatever, you got to get a job, right? It's an option for you. Okay. So all these things we need to, don't have to say everything please don't say everything in one spiel, right? Because there's a lot for them to take in. But you have this, now it's important that you give people the comparison, right? And then they can say, wow, it makes so much sense, right? I'm leaving money on the table, and it all cost me this much, and it will continue to cost me more if I don't get this help, right? And also the return on investment is whatever you make, unless you learn how to make 5K months or 10K months. It's not something, okay, once you make 100K, you stop kind of thing. No, you make more, right? This is just 1 year of it, and this next year. So whatever you learn, whatever your client learn, let's say if they learn to overcome anxiety, be anxiety free, it's not helping them, but also helping their children, right? Because if they're that sensitive, their children are very sensitive too. And so it's just a rippling effect, right? Rippling effect. And the amount of money working with you could be 3 months for 3 months for, let's say, 3K, and they would save minimum 10K to 100K, for example, right? So you can't really put a price tag on your health, right? Or in your anyway, that came in to share quite powerfully. So I trust it's valuable for each and every one of you watching this now, and how you can improve in these areas, right? And sometimes we just need help, because most of us just have a huge heart and we just want to show up and serve, but sometimes we need some guidance in helping us with fine-tuning our messaging, right? First of all, if you have a niche, we need a niche, but then the messaging, right? The niche is just basic area of focus, and then messaging, and then our offer and how we convey the offer, and putting our work in front of the ideal clients, and growing our tribe, and all those things, right? So, and I'm not that, but also including our mindset, because especially when we were just making 5K months, now we're making 10K months. Oh my God, can people, is that even possible for me? Okay. Or my packages were, let's say, $500 a month kind of thing. Now, oh my God, I'm going to $1,000 a month. Oh my God, will clients pay me for that, right? So we have to move through the limited beliefs around that, right? What stories we tell ourselves, what meaning we make out of it. And then we don't have those, guess what? Then you can sign up those clients. Okay. So there's many things that can be in the way of us, having successful business. And I trust is whatever you got, and I trust is valuable for you. Let me know what your takeaway is for you. I know I shared quite a bit today, but I feel as you're tuning in, I feel that those guys are tuning in and really tuning in to hear, you're connected more to your heart, and you get this at a deeper level. Okay, so that's one of my intention, is that you guys keep showing up, doing the work that you do, because I know that as I help coaches, then I'm not just helping one person. I'm helping that coach and helping how many other clients that I help. It could be, one client, or it could be 1,000 clients. And then from that, just a rippling effect. Okay. So thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, if you haven't grabbed my ebook yet, grab the ebook and say where you need to tweaking, that kind of thing. If I can support you in any way, let me know. Until next time, we will see you around in our community. Okay, and take care and have a wonderful week.